Man, I have heard some crazy stories in my day. And trust me, that's saying a lot because look, you see this? You see this right here? Yeah, I'm clearly not 21 years old anymore. I'm getting a bit long in the tooth, so I've seen quite a lot in my years. But today's story and today's video is something I've never seen before. Let's check this out together.
This morning, scandal on the court in Virginia in this junior varsity girls basketball game with a coach posing as a player.
The biggest thing that we heard that we felt disappointment.
The player in the black jersey wearing number 1 with the slick moves, scoring baskets and high-fiving other players.
Hold up. Let me pause right here. Let me pause right here and rewind the tape because maybe me and the reporter are looking at different videos. I know this dude didn't just say she has slick moves. Let's go back. Yo, no wonder they got caught. Look at her. Who in their right mind would think she's 13, 14, or even 17 years old? She built like a backup point guard for Syracuse. She looked like a redshirt senior. This is what she looks like. Okay, wait, let me see if she got some game. Let me rewind right here. Okay, she dribbled from the opposite corner to the middle, blew past her defender. Okay, that's what she's supposed to do. But she couldn't finish through contact. I gotta take points off for that. Now, this is a grown woman, so finishing over this girl right here should be like doing shooting drills over a chair. Now, this girl reaches in and probably committed the foul. Okay, cool, that's why she got the call. But you know what's the biggest disappointment right here with this whole play? She should have dished that off to her teammate on the block for an easy 2. That's a layup right there. Come on, man. This defender barely made contact with her and made her drift away from the basket on the layup, but she finishes the play and she gets the and 1. I give her a little bit of credit for that, but once again, she's 22. So instead of giving her a D-, I'm gonna give her a D+ right here. Again, she should have dished off to her teammate for the easy 2. And she's 22 years old out here impersonating a 13-year-old in official competition in a JV high school game. And she has the nerve, she has the audacity, she has the unmitigated gall to celebrate the and 1. That's corny right there. That's super corny. Let's go.
She's Arlisha Boykins, a member of the Churchland Truckers coaching staff. Boykins suiting up and playing as if she were a student in a weekend game against the Nansemond River Warriors last month.
When adults commit to being a coach, they take on a lot of responsibility. Adults who fail to live up to those expectations fail our students.
Portsmouth Public Schools District says the game was held at Nansemond River and no Churchland administrators were there, saying they immediately investigated when it was reported. The fallout leading players on both the junior varsity and varsity girls teams to call it quits.
You know what? Let's take a quick break from the video and let's be clear about something. The coaches did this because it was an away game and they probably knew administrators wouldn't attend this particular game. Now, of course, the coaches didn't think this stupid decision through. Now, for those of you who don't know, JV and varsity usually play on the same day, with the JV team playing first while most of the varsity team watches. Do you honestly think that those girls on varsity sitting behind the JV bench weren't buzzing and gossiping about the assistant coach suiting up to play? I bet money it was on social media the minute she stepped on the floor. And if you have a teenager, or if you work with teenagers, or if you know teenagers, you already know they're absolutely horrible at keeping secrets. And what made the coaches think the kids' parents attending the game wouldn't recognize Dollar Tree Skylar Diggins Smith out here trying to relive her high school hoop dreams? I bet even coaches, parents, players, and administrators from the other team knew something was up. They absolutely had to.
The district says players from both teams expressed they did not want to continue this season. The team's remaining opponents and officials have been notified.
All right, let me pause it right here because in addition to allowing an assistant coach to impersonate a player, this lets me know there wasn't great leadership on the coaching staff, and what that does is it trickles down to poor player development and overall poor culture in this girls' basketball program. And people may be wondering, well, why am I going so hard on the coaches, especially this 22-year-old assistant coach? Because the coach's stupidity robbed these girls of a season and possibly other opportunities, especially the ones who love the game and may want to play after high school.
As for the coach, the district says Arlisha Boykins is no longer an employee. Her last day of work was January 25th. The head coach for the junior varsity team was also fired. The executive director for the Virginia High School League says this is the second time in his 7-year tenure that a coach has impersonated a player, but there are no plans to change any regulations or procedures.
What in the world is going on in the Virginia High School League? I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. And this happens more often than I think. But I want you to let me know if you've heard of something like this happening before this story in this video. Again, I absolutely feel for the girls who had to forfeit their season or who chose to forfeit their season because of the stupid actions of their coaches. And let's be very clear about something. I think there was more that went into the girls' decision to end their season after this incident. I don't think it was just this. You know, over the years, quite a few of my students played JV or varsity basketball, and of course, I went to support my students. And if you've been to JV girls basketball games, right, you know the overwhelming majority of the girls on the court don't look this polished. I mean, look at her handle the ball, right? Look at her free throw routine. I wonder what was running through the heads of her and her coaching staff before and during the game. Like, did she see an opportunity to live out her basketball career she never had in high school? Was she excited to stunt on a bunch of kids? Hey, do you think she was posing in her bedroom mirror with her jersey on the night before the game? She really high-key tried to be a Decepticon. This is what happens when you play too much Hitman. Hey, I bet she showed up at half court to go over the rules with the refs before tip-off talking about, "My name is Jeff." All right, so look, man, on a more serious note, there's one last thing I want to mention that I know at least one of you thought about or said to yourself. I can hear at least one of you saying, well, maybe she didn't pass the ball because the girls in the team can't shoot. Look, those girls had won some games already, so some of those girls could play. And I don't want to hear, well, maybe they didn't have enough players and didn't want to forfeit. Let me tell you something. They had 6 players total if you look at the video. If Billy Madison didn't suit up, they would have had 5. And even if they didn't have enough players, bow out and take that L gracefully. Just carry it. There's no excuse for a coach to suit up and impersonate a player. None. Period. Now, the assistant coach, Arlisha Boykins, is still young. She's 22 years old. So I truly hope that she learned from this and becomes better than this moment. But most important of all, I hope those girls on this team don't let the stupid decisions and actions of their coaching staff deter them from pursuing their passion for the game. All right, man, I'm done for today. Let me know if you liked today's video by leaving a like and a comment, because I truly want to know what's on your mind. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And remember to take care of yourselves and one another. All right? Peace. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't know if anybody else said this or was thinking this, but I legit want to see what her stat line looks like. In this game, she should have put up legit prime-time Wilt Chamberlain numbers. Anything less than 15 assists, I don't want to hear it.